Guys, you will need a weight today. So anything you would like to use for a weight. Okay. Yep. And you'll need lots of energy, and you'll need your breathing pattern and a whole lot of fun. All right.
Have at it.
Have at it. Love it. All right. Just making sure that everyone can see me. It's usually when I sit down that we figure it out. All right, let's just make sure you have a nice clear space to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over.
Jill,
please remember
your feet, Jill.
My feet.
I can't see your feet. Sorry.
Thank you, Naomi. That should be better. And just remember, team, that we are on a recorded virtual class. So any noise on your end, we can all hear. So please put yourself on mute if you get a phone call, someone to chat with, or if there's just noise in the background, that would be excellent. And if at any point you feel lightheaded or shaky, or like you can't catch a full breath, that is all signs to just stop, focus on your recovery breathing, and you can even get into that recovery position on your elbows or hands, okay? Now let's start off with taking in a breath and breathing out through pursed lips. So breathe in, and I want you to think about your rib cage expanding out to the sides today. So push the rib cage out as you breathe in and out through pursed lips. Rib cage out to the side, breathe in and out through pursed lips. Breathe in, out through pursed lips. Now we're going to add in both arms moving out to the side as we breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, leave one arm out wide, bring the other back in, and this time that arm goes up and down. Same thing, up and down. And last one, up and down. Now switch arms. And we breathe in as we lift up and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Okay. You can roll those shoulders back and then forward. And based on the amount of crinkling, crackling you have today, that should tell you what how much upper body work we should do today. Now let's get our feet, our heels lifting up and down. Now, who practiced this? Some of you have been practicing this. Excellent. So as a reminder, just a seated calf raise, that sitting down, lifting your heels up and down. Doing this is enough to help your body improve on how it uses the sugar in your blood. So you call that your blood glucose or blood sugar. So a great thing to do throughout the day, small and easy, but has a big effect for what it is. All right, now as we lift and lower those heels, we're gonna get one arm pressing forward and back, and then the other pressing forward and back. So one arm at a time, press forward and bring back. Press forward and bring back. Good, and try to just get your feet going at their own pace. There we go. And now the arm is going straight up. Keep the heels moving up and down. Good, press one arm up, down, and then the other. Good. And I really want you to think about press the arm up. Don't just lift it up, press it up, push against some resistance. Even if none's there, you create it. Good. All right, now hold your arms straight out in front of you. And we're going to step 1 foot forward at a time. And just hold your arms super still. Pretend you're balancing a broomstick across your arms. Don't let it tilt and wobble. And we're just stepping 1 foot forward at a time.
My arms sure do get heavy.
Yeah. I know they get heavier and heavier and heavier. And pull those elbows back. So think about trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together and hold them there. Good, maintain your breathing. Excellent, keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. Now your feet, 1 foot's gonna tap out to the side at a time. Good, keep breathing. Remember, out through pursed lips. And now get your arms out to the side, palms up. Like you're holding something in each hand. Keep your feet tapping out to the side. There we go, team. And now we're gonna cross our feet. So cross over, uncross, cross over, uncross. Cross, uncross, cross, uncross. Excellent, team. Now keep your feet doing what they're doing. This time you're gonna bend your elbows and you're gonna pull your arms back. So there's a little bit of a stretch across your chest. There we go. That's a tough one.
You bet.
Yeah. Keep up your breathing pattern, team, and step your feet out, out, in. Good. Now, slowly and carefully, especially if you've got sore shoulders, you're going to put just as far as you comfortably can. You're going to try to put your hands behind your back. But don't let your elbows come in if you can. Keep them out. See how closely your hands can touch. See how high up the back they can go. And again, comfortably, don't strain for any movement. Good work, everybody. Doing a lot of new things today.
Yeah.
And
It's always a bad sign when I start getting creative.
that's right.
Now start marching one knee at a time. And now I want you reaching your arms up overhead and holding them there. There we go. Lifting one knee at a time. Keep your arms up as best you can and maintain your breathing pattern. Pretend you're on a roller coaster. Woohoo! And rest.
Oh,
Shake
that's a
those
killer
arms
on the
out.
arms.
I know. And we haven't even grabbed the weight yet.
I know. That's what
a
I'm
good
concerned
workout.
about.
That should worry you just a little bit. All right. Yeah, I know.
No,
No?
no.
Good.
I trust you.
I'm so glad. Now let's straighten one leg out in front of you. And some of you have done this with me before, but the goal is to tighten your thigh muscle. So tighten your thigh muscle and you should feel it. You can feel it and go, okay, yeah, good, it's tightened. And then you're gonna lift your leg up and down. Up and down. The rest of your body is up tall and this leg just lifts and lowers. Keep that muscle tight the whole time. Don't just lift up your leg up and down. Tighten it hard and lift. And please, if you do not feel this in your thigh muscle, let me know. And I'm so happy to adjust it for you. That everybody gets to feel this.
It feels painful.
Painful.
Yeah.
If it feels painful, it's past the point of uncomfortable and tired, then switch legs before it gets painful.
So, thank you.
No problem. And we switch when everybody starts to complain.
We're all complaining.
Complain.
Oh, I forgot most of you are on mute. Switch legs.
Mercy, mercy.
Now your other leg, tighten it up and lift and down.
How come for efficiency, you don't do both at the same time?
Oh,
You better be quiet.
don't give her any ideas.
Is that's hard to do, Barry?
Oh, very difficult. Oh. Put Barry on mute.
Even better, I'll put him on spotlight. There, keep squeezing that leg, team. And you can always just, actually, I should have mentioned this earlier, you can just keep your leg on the ground and tighten and relax the muscle repetitively rather than lifting it up and down. That's a bit more doable for you.
Yeah.
Find that line of challenging but doable.
Yeah.
There we go, and rest. Good work, everybody. Now, take your hands, make them into fists, and we're gonna put them between your knees. Okay, now here's the goal. You're gonna try to squish your hands together but your hands are going to try to resist. Okay, so we're trying to touch our knees together, but resist. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, good. So ready? And make sure you continuously breathe throughout this movement. Ready and squeeze. Good. So breathe and squeeze, breathe and squeeze, breathe and squeeze. Good. And if you'd rather get a ball or a pillow, you're more than welcome to. And rest. Good. And again. That was a long, long rest. We'll have another one soon. Press those knees together, team. Come on. Feel those muscles tighten up. Breathe. Relax. So a super long rest here. And go again. Good. Keep up your breathing. Squeeze, squeeze, and relax. And again, last one. Squeeze and breathe. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Can you feel those muscles working?
Yeah.
Because we got to get them warm. They're going to work hard for us today. Yay.
Do you design these exercises from scratch, just knowing what muscles do which job and put them in opposition to each other?
Lots of the time, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Rest, shake out the legs. Thank you. Okay, team, put your feet out hip width apart or slightly wider, or as wide as your chair. So again, only bend as far as is comfortable for you. I don't want you to feel anything in your back, but we're going to reach across and then come back up. So it's down and reach across. Note, I'm keeping my chest up, so the movement's coming through my hips, not my back. I don't want any of that rounding, okay? But reach and up. Reach and up. There we go. Reach and come back up. Reach. And remember, to come back up, I want you clenching your glutes. So crack that walnut or almond or hazelnut, whatever you've been using.
Peanut.
Oh, geez, we're getting better and better. What's next? A sunflower seed? The rationale there is the smaller it is, the harder it is to crush.
Right.
There, and rest. Good work, team. All right, is everyone feeling pretty warm?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is a little bit of cardio. And I'm sure at some point you've all driven a manual car.
Yep. For years.
Perfect.
Always.
Yep, there we go. So we're still just warming up. We're a little on the slow side. We only have 3 gears, okay? We're no race car, but that's okay. So there's gear 1. And what you can do is you can either just pump your arms. You can pump your arms and lift your heel. Or you can pump your arms and march. Okay, so again, bigger range of motion, more limbs moving, that all increases the intensity. Okay, so everyone find their gear 1. Good, and if you want to move just your legs, that's fine too, right? Find whatever is challenging yet doable for you.
How fast you gotta go?
Let's all meet, you know, a lot of you are in kind of the Vancouver area. Let's all meet in Merritt. Gear 2. So gear 2 is picking up the pace a little bit or picking up the intensity. So, or range of motion, sorry. So if you can't go faster, but you're starting off gear 1 is just your heels moving, well, maybe now you can lift your feet. Okay, maybe you can just add an extra limb to whatever you're doing. And for a couple of seconds, we're going into our gear 3.
Just came up the Coquihalla.
Woo!
I'm almost,
almost there, hey?
Of the new highway.
And rest.
Thank you.
So you can either fully rest here in your recovery position, or you can start again in your gear 1, whatever feels best for you. Remember that recovery position, keeping the head up, that does help you open your airways. And I don't think we're done driving yet today.
No.
No.
No, I think we can go a little bit further. Perfect. So that's what we're going to do. As soon as you feel ready, we're off into our gear 1. So start in that gear 1. And keep going. Gear 2. And gear 3. And rest. Which again is either just recovering, or you can go back into your gear 1. Great work, everybody. I think we can do one more drive today.
Good.
Yeah. So once you're ready, let's get into your gear 1.
Kamloops, here we come.
You're a fast driver.
Yes. It has been very costly for me.
uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
admit nothing.
I have learned in the last 5 years, my record is clean for 5 years.
Oh, there you go.
So
Good work.
proves you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Gear 2. Oh boy. Good. Keep up your breathing. Gear 3. And rest. Who made it to Kamloops?
I did. I'm having a Tim Hortons right now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
I
it's not
made
a
it to-
road trip without Tim
Made it
Hortons,
to
right?
Kamloops,
Yeah.
but I have some red lights behind me.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, again.
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 I'm glad you've learned for now. That's good.
Living.
All right, everybody. Remember, I said you would need your weight and whatever you're using for a weight, whether that be a soup can or a water bottle or a dumbbell. Just if you're getting creative, make sure the lid is on tightly. We almost had some spilled milk in one of my classes.
Oh dear.
That wouldn't have been fun. All right, everybody. So with your weight, the first thing we're going to do is a combination of things we've done before with a bit of a different twist. And here's what that looks like. You are either seated, pushing your feet into the ground like we do when we do our sit to stance. But as you do that, you're going to move the weight across your body, back, and then relax. And how that looks standing up is this. Up and move the weight. Back, bring the weight back to center as you sit down. And what you really have to be cautious of, what's surprising, is how much that weight wants to pull you while you're moving. And make sure we're alternating sides. So it's up and move the weight. Weight comes back as you sit down. Go slow and controlled and keep control of that weight. Don't let it pull you. All right, off we go. And we're doing 10 if you can. Good. Once again, if you're just sitting, push your legs in the ground, over, back, and then relax the legs briefly. And then push, over, back, relax, push, over, back, relax, push, over, back, relax, push, over, back, relax, push, over, back, relax. There, good, nice and controlled. I see some of you moving your hips with the twist. So please really make sure that your hips stay forward as you move the weight to the side. I don't want any following. That's the tricky part to this movement, okay? So that was definitely 10. Rest there. We'll come back to that, don't you worry. You guys are going, I wasn't worried one bit. Now, we're gonna pull the weight up into that bicep curl as we lift the opposite knee. And then not very far, you're gonna extend your foot out just a little bit. So just a slight straightening as you push up, back in, down. So you can think of it as an up and out, back in, down, up, out, in, down. And once again, core is tight. I'm not letting my body move around, just the limbs. And please don't straighten that leg too much. That can pull on a lot of things, and that's not what we want. We just want you a bit off balance. If you are choosing to do this standing, just lift up the knee into balance. Don't worry about the out, okay? Good work, everybody. Maybe breathe in, out, in, out. You can time your breath to the movement. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Switch sides. All right, and once again, breathing in as you lift up, out as you push out, in, out on the way down. Breathe in, out, 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 and in, out, in, out. Shake out your legs. Good. How did that feel, everybody?
Okay.
Good.
Excellent. There we go. All right, now if you can, I would encourage everybody to stand up for this next one. I'll just put my weight to the side. And I'm going to move my chair to the side so you can better see what we're doing here. Now, you've got your balance support. You can use as much of it or as little of it as you would like. I want you to stand heel to toe. So as if we're standing on a tightrope, both feet on a tightrope. Now from here, I'm just going to get you to lift up one arm and down. 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 Up and down. Up, down. Good. Maintain your breathing. And I would encourage you to really feel your feet contacting the ground. And think about trying to grip the ground with your toes. Good. And now we're going to just change which foot is in front. And lift up and down. So again, challenging yet doable. It should feel a little bit wobbly, but that you can still fight to stay on your feet. It should not feel like you're going to topple right over. So again, do what you need to do to find that in-between line. Good work, everybody. Keep up your breathing. Good. And rest. Brilliant. Okay, you can sit back down. Now is a great time for a sip of water. There we go. Now get into your recovery position if you need to. Focus on your recovery breathing as needed. We're going to repeat all of those wonderful exercises. There's no cheering.
Cheer,
What?
cheer.
You're not excited? Okay, do you remember what the first one with the weight was? It was a sit to stand. There we go. And as you stand, we move that weight to the side. Don't let your hips follow. Keep your hips square facing ahead and then back down. If you're staying seated, you are pushing your feet into the ground as you move the weight over and back. Make sure you're alternating sides. Good. Push your feet down, move the weight to the side. Good. Great job, everybody. Yeah, keep up your breathing pattern. Remember to breathe out through pursed lips. And rest. Brilliant. So rest as needed. What was the second exercise?
This one.
Yeah, good. Very good. So it's lifting the weight and knee up. The weight goes overhead as your leg goes forward slightly, back in and down, and all the way down. So we're going up, out, in, down, 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 up, out, in, down. Switch sides. All right, same thing. Up, out, in, down, 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 last one, up, out, in, down. Shake out those legs. Brilliant. What was next?
Balance one,
Balance. That's right.
standing.
So I do encourage you to stand up if you are comfortable with that. And just stand behind your chair, heel to toe. You're standing on a tightrope. Use as much or as little of the balance support as you need. And we're just lifting up one arm, down, and then switch up, down, and switch up, down, 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 switch. Good. And if any of you are finding this quite easy, you can always close your eyes. And switch which foot is in front. And continue. And if that raising the arm up overhead is sore on the shoulder or neck, you're welcome to do other things like touch across your body, take the arm out wide, or slowly turn your head to one side. Those are all options for you. Great job, everybody. And rest. All right, you still need your weight, but I am going to get you to sit down at the edge of your seat. Now I'm going to get you to hold the weight up just in front of your chest. And we're going to just slowly rock backwards, keeping up tall, nothing to your back, but just lean back just enough that you feel your core tighten up, and then pull yourself back up through your core. So lean back just to where you feel your core tighten up, and then pull yourself back forward. Lean back and 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 forward. Lean back, forward. Good. Is everyone being able to feel their core tighten up without their back getting sore?
Yes,
Because if you go slow and you really think about bracing through your core, like someone's about to slap you, you can really engage your core muscles without going far back. right? Without making that lower back sore. Good. Now hold the weight away from you. And we're just going to slowly lift up one knee and try not to let those arms move. You want to bring your elbows in, that's fine. Just keep that weight straight out in front of you. Don't let it move. Great job, everybody. And rest. Whew. That was fun.
Yeah.
Super fun.
I enjoyed those. Real nice. Yeah.
Excellent. Anything you enjoy, you are more than welcome to practice on your free time.
Yeah.
Highly encourage it. Now, the last thing before stretching, gang, is I'm just going to get you to slide your feet out in front of you, just to where they can, but your toes still point down and are touching the ground.
Touching me. Yeah. Okay.
And then from here, I just want you to pull your toes up. Your heels are still on the ground. You should feel your shins tighten up.
Yeah.
And then back down, press, and pull. Down and up. Pull. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Good. The goal here is that shin muscle. It's called your tibialis anterior. It's an important braking muscle, as in just like the brakes in your car, so that when you are taking a step, they take pressure off the knee by absorbing the shock of force or the impact of stepping. And it also helps you keeping your toes lifting up so we're not shuffling. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. And again, the goal is to slowly pull them up and hold and then relax. So that's 3. Pull. And then down. 2. Pull. And 1. Shake it out. All right, team, it's time to stretch.
Good.
Holy smokes, already.
And fast.
Was fast.
Super fast, super fast. So let's reach one arm down, reach the other up. Remember to breathe. Slowly get back into your recovery breathing. And also stretch time is a great time for questions, so ask away.
So that last exercise, that was for the tibia antilis.
The
Yeah.
tibialis anterior.
Oh, I was close.
You were very close.
Anyhow, I had terrible cramps in my tibia last night. So tonight it'll be good.
Switch.
That exercise with the foot in front of the other and then reaching, and then you said about closing the eyes,
Yeah.
which makes it a lot more wobbly. Does that actually
Yes.
improve your sense of balance?
It does, yes. So our bodies rely a lot on our vision to tell us, to give us information about where we are in the space around us. And that's partially what balance is.
Uh-huh.
is staying in control of your body no matter what's going on around you. So when you stand on one foot, yeah, it's a lot harder because there's more weight on the one leg. Now your one hip's dropping, but also your body's getting only half the amount of information about where you are on the
I
ground.
see. Yeah.
So now the foot starts to wobble and tries to give you more information. Same with where,
Oh.
okay, well, now one foot is in front of the other and your feet are wobbling, get you more information. And sure, it's a smaller base of support, which is always less stable, right?
Yeah.
It's like chopping off a leg on a stool. It wants to fall to the unlegged side.
Right.
But then closing your eyes, you've cut off the visual. And that's why it's the opposite of people telling you, oh, if you're struggling to balance, stare at a non-moving spot,
Oh, okay.
because it's a reference point for your brain. And that's why if you're going to close your eyes, I gave you guys the instruction to try to really feel where your feet are on the ground.
Makes sense.
Improve your body's ability to get information that way. Stretch one leg out, reach for your toes. And that's why foot care is so important. You know, people with lots of calluses and neuropathy in their feet, bunions, corns, there's lots of things that can interfere with your balance.
Yeah.
And your walking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The ears have a function of balance as well?
The ears,
Yes.
they do. And the ears are a big part of what's called your vestibular system.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah. And the vestibular system is what most of us know as your inner ear. So when you are sick and now you've got inflamed or stuffed up sinuses, oh, your balance is terrible. It's all thrown off.
Yeah.
Because that's impacting your vestibular system. Switch legs. And that's why it's a good idea to always be more careful when you're feeling under the weather. Right? Because your balance is now a bit off. Your heart rate sometimes is a bit higher because it's trying to compensate to help your immune system. That was a great rabbit trail on balance, guys. Well done. And relax. Pull that leg up. And actually, one thing that also helps with balance is shoes that are wide enough that your toes spread out.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? If your toes most shoes squish our toes together, well, now you can't grip the ground with your foot. Also, if you can't get the leg up on the thigh, you just straighten down your bottom leg and cross it over the shin. Okay. Switch legs. So you can either keep it down low or pull it up. Any other questions about balance or anything else?
Jill, I've got pain on my right hip.
Okay.
And I sit for a long time at any chair, whether I elevate my feet or not. And when I get up, the hip is painful. And the longer I've been seated, the more painful the hip is. So is this my ball and socket joints wearing out? Or
Oftentimes that can be either a muscular issue where either something is really tight and it's causing kind of that cramping.
Right.
Sometimes there's a muscle that needs to get a bit stronger to help support the hip.
Right.
So a good thing to do if you've got a physio or a kinesiologist nearby is to pay
Right.
them a visit so they can actually do an assessment and figure out what's actually happening there.
Okay.
In the meantime, if it's bothering you and you have some type of a ball at home, you can massage out your glute muscle, that's the bum muscle,
Right.
against the wall. If you took the ball and put it against the wall and then put your bum against it and rolled,
Right.
that can help massage that muscle out to provide a little bit of short-term relief.
Okay. So it doesn't mean that I'm ready for hip replacement.
No, not at all.
Oh,
No,
good.
often, especially when it's from being in one position and then you move, that's often a muscular issue.
Right. Okay.
And muscle issues are much easily fixable.
Okay. Because I know when I'm lying on that side for a while, it wakes me up because it's painful. and I have
Oh,
to
okay.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
So-
good. And you don't want your sleep interrupted. So I would really go get that checked out just so that they
Okay.
can help you and get that better.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, of course. Yeah, there's lots of things in the hip that can be causing you some trouble. And yeah, you'll just want to get some help to get that fixed up.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, of course. All right, team, let's take our deep breath in. You can either move your arms out to the side or up overhead, whatever feels best for you, or just keep a hand on your belly. But let's breathe in for the count of 4, out for the count of 5 is our goal. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs, give yourself a pat on the back. And great work today, everybody. It was so lovely to
Thank
see you
you.
all.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Joe.
Jill
Thank
and
you.
Maureen.
Yeah.
Thanks, Maureen.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Maureen.